Hey everyone, it's DD511 here with a quickie update video. This time after, a little time after my retwist, my latest retwist, just after the video I had just posted. DC, one of my subscribers, asked for a video after my fresh retwist, and thank you for the request because it has been a while since I actually made a video with my retwist. I have taken a photo with after a fresh retwist. That was for this is the thumbnail that I used for my 1-year lock anniversary update, but I haven't shot a video with my hair freshly retwisted in quite some time. So that's one of the things this video will be about. And actually I had some not so pleasant experiences after this particular retwist that I'm going to get into. Also, I did something I have had this past, I think it might have been Thursday, when I was particularly like, I don't know, out of sorts or something. But it must have been, I think, this past Thursday night, which was Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a wonderful one, by the way, where I did something that I termed messy, like styling. I was just playing around, and as you can see, hasn't really changed anything really with my head of locks, but I'll get into that as well after I talk about my retwist. But first things first, I want to start off a little backwards sort of by giving you guys a tour of my head of locks. So here is the front. Some of them have already started coming undone. This retwist is a week and like about 4 or 5 days old. So no, they're holding. They just because I allow the frizz that naturally occurs in my hair to be, that it looks like they're not. This one is coming undone, but let me just twist it a little bit so you can get a look around that particular lock. So this is the front. I will do the right. The left. Oh, I was getting caught in my earring. That happens all the time on this side for this one, and sometimes on this one. Because I have so many like stray hairs or quote unquote like frizz and stuff, they just get caught wherever they can, as far as my earrings go. And I'll try to stay mainly in frame here for the back. So, there we go. And my crown. I hope that was a good view of everything, because I saw in my last video that I was slightly out of frame for the back view. So yes, this retwist. I retwisted almost 2 weeks ago, Tuesday. And I have to say that this was the first time I retwisted where my hair felt like stiff. So remember all that I said in my previous video about like how wonderfully soft and malleable and pliable my hair felt? Well, that went out the window that day, and this was particularly strange because, as I've also noted in my previous video and other videos before, that after wash days, on wash days and a few days afterwards, my hair actually feels at its softest and I guess you could say, yeah, most malleable and pliable during that time. So for me to do a retwist and the next day when I woke up, my hair felt stiff. Not like, oh, am I questioning whether it's dry or fully moisturized or not. I'm talking about like, wait, do you want, can you bend or will you break? And it like, not exaggerating, that is how it felt. I haven't felt my hair that stiff before in the entirety of my lock journey. So that brought me to a couple of conclusions, or to one particular conclusion, I should say, that was supported through 2 other slightly, I guess, negative experiences after this particular retwist, because I had not changed, I'm saying, to the recipe, my Locs styling gel since my first retwist, actually, or the way I do it, whatever. So what I come to the conclusion is that, you know, with flaxseed gel, my bad, flaxseed gel, it's a bit tricky. Sometimes when you take out some flaxseed gel, it's nothing but like watery stuff. Like you put it all up in your hair and you find out, oh, there's really not much gel in that particular bit that you had on your fingertips. And then you can take some out and think there's nothing and it's all gel, etc., etc. So it can be a little bit tricky to work with. This time I really didn't care because it was about 1.5, almost 2 months, and I could tell even with the back especially that some of my locks again just started combining. As much as I would love to stretch my retwists, I should say, for 2+ months or like even 3 months, etc., because I really don't want to like spend that much time constantly retwisting my hair or doing my hair. I can't. It starts to combine in the back and I'm not about that. Just trying to, like, I don't know, rip it or pop my locks, just not about it. So I just was like, you know what, let me just try and retwist, because also the longer I stretch it, the longer it takes for me to retwist, and I wasn't about that on that particular day either. So I think I just ended up having a lot more gel on my fingertips than I really assumed. And also because so much of my frizzy loose strands, there were like quite a bit that I noted during this particular retwist. There were some that were like so long that, so for instance, let's say something like this, I would feel something like this, and let's say there's, you know, hair that's, you know, sticking off, and I would just retwist it around the shaft of my lock. Some of them were so long that I ended up probably like around here on some of my locks when I retwisted the strands around them. And so I guess I just put gel all along the lock while I was doing that, and they were stiff. They were not happy about that at all, because my lock gel has quite a bit of holes because of the honey, the amount of honey I put in it, and it was just stiff as boards. Also, on Thanksgiving Day, I had dinner with a family that lives near me, and they have 2 dogs, one in particular who is infatuated with locks. So he decided to groom me, and he wasn't licking my hair or anything like that. I actually don't have fur or anything in my locks, thankfully, but he was like just rubbing me and just like, you know, being a cute little dog, and I just had flakes all along here. So that's another sign that someone put a little too much gel. And the last thing is, ever since I had retwisted my hair a week and like some days ago, y'all, the itchiness, the itch, my scalp has been like, it is just like right now, just right here, it's just been itching. And like when I like take my fingernails off, there isn't like any dirt or like, you know, gunk collecting on my scalp. So that tells me, yeah, just a lot of gel. I think just so much that it got on my scalp and some of it sat on my scalp. And so I've had the itchiness, I've had the itchies or whatever you want to call it for a week now, and like no amount of black padding can help it. I just have to go in there and just like scratch. It's been like, oh my gosh, you know. So yeah, too much gel, and I'll make sure I keep that in mind and like keep watch and be vigilant against that for the next one. But the second thing in terms of my messy styling is, at some point like a Thursday, I was just watching something, I forget what. I was spending this time, like this weekend, mostly getting over a cold that just caught me by surprise, like Tuesday night. And so my sense of like days and times is just still kind of like, I'm surprised I know I'm supposed to go to work today. Like I've just been like in bed trying to heal. But like I was watching something and I was just like twisting like the front 2 locks and stuff. And I had a thought of like, oh yeah, I've never styled my hair. So let me just like, you know, twist the rest of them, my whole head of hair. And the feeling that like immediately hit my chest, I was not about it. I was not about it. So I did a messy 2-strand twist, which I taken out. Like you see, some of them are just kind of like, my locks are in like a little funky bend or whatever. Most of the ones in the back didn't even keep it because I did it dry and I did loose. I wasn't really trying that much, particularly because of the feeling that I experienced, which I'm going to describe soon. But it didn't really change very much in my hair, and that made me come to some sort of conclusions I want to run by you guys about the stage I am in my lock journey. But in terms of this feeling, so I was just like felt upset almost instantly and like just waited. And it didn't dawn on me until I was doing this that I was like, wait, it has literally been like more than 4 years since I styled my hair, and twists and twist outs were my go-to style when I was loose natural, because July 31st, 2013, I went from fro to fade. I went to Kamek Kinks, told them to cut all my hair off. And after I had started growing it out again, so I rocked the fade for a while, just like by choice, always trying to get my hair cut. The second it grew just a little bit, like even a centimeter or whatever, and I decided around December 7th, 2013 was my last cut, and I decided to continue to grow my hair into 2014. By June or so, May, June of 2014, I discovered the maximum hydration method. So not very much of my hair had grown, and I started using that. Also on my Instagram, which I'm not very active on. I haven't been active on my Instagram page since April. Around the time that I made my 8-month lock anniversary, I just kind of went off of social media. So, but on that channel, on my page, you can see from the first post, my maximum hydration journey up to my like post of like 2 days locked, my starter locks in April. So you can see that. And I wasn't styling my hair traditionally. I was doing the method and stuff, and so just working on the porosity of my hair. And from like, I would say March or April. So from April 2016 till around somewhere around summer of like June, yeah, of 2016, I had my extensions and stuff like that. Even though I had taken out my hair, like I just pretty much, I had done extensions and etc., but everything but actually styling my loose natural hair. I had not done a twist on my own hair since 2013, and it just hit me and dawned on me how much energy, how much time, how much effort I put into my hair on my wash days, because at that time I was going to school 6 days a week, 12 to 16 hour scheduled days, 8 hours on Saturday. So Sunday was my time to make a big batch of food for the week, laundry, and wash day. And it just, all the exhaustion and all of that hit me. So I come here to say that if you're probably looking at my channel thinking I'm going to come up with, here's how to do this style, here's how to do that style, not about it. Not at this point. I am just not ready to go back there yet, which I was surprised, because part of the reason why what helped me feel at peace with my decision to lock my hair is looking on Pinterest and seeing that, yeah, I can have my hair like put away in a sense by locking it, but also that I wasn't giving up completely on the versatility of styling, etc., and if I wanted to do that. And in fact, it would be easier because my hair is already sectioned. So I'm quite surprised by this realization, but it was so visceral, the feeling of like, fuck this. I'm sorry. You know, it was just like, no. It was so palpable, that feeling, that I'm going to give myself more of a respite a little bit, or ease my way back into kind of styling my hair with locks, because at this point styling is like, okay, it took down this like messy like kind of like twist, and oh, there's my beanie, got my makeup done, got my earrings in, and here we go. That is my satin lined beanie, and it's not the satin caps, by the way, guys, but yeah. And then that, give it a look, do the little like, you know, stars around my face like they do in the YouTube videos, and that's it, guys. Now I'm ready, type of thing. That's kind of what you're gonna get from me right now at least at this particular stage in my journey. Here now onto the something that I have concluded about, like probably the stage that I'm at in my lock journey. I would say that as a result of messing with my hair, that I feel like my hair is still in its like baby stages. I wouldn't even call my locks teen locks. And also as a result of even trying to style particularly the locks here at the back of my head, just under my crown, I don't think my hair is at that point where it can easily be styled, which is kind of weird because I see like other, you know, lock documentaries on Instagram and YouTube style their hair with their hair being like even shorter than this, or just as, you know, at my length. But because my hair is actually, my locks are thicker, happily so, I feel like it's at that stage. Some of you may know this if you were like loose natural long enough, where remember when you try to like twist your hair and be like, oh, now my hair is long enough, I'm gonna put it in a twist, and you discover that your hair doesn't stay in the twist because it's too short for you to like make a, like, I don't know, like a medium to even thick twist. So you have to do them really, really small in order for them to stay. So I feel like my locks are kind of at that stage, also because of their thickness, particularly here, that I should just wait a little bit. I'm happy to wait clearly a little bit for my hair to get kind of like either to my shoulders comfortably, or a little bit past or below them, before I really probably venture into styles like particularly twists and braid outs. Other things I know that they can be finagled. I just don't feel like putting in the time and the energy just yet. So yeah, that's something I think about my locks, is that first of all, they're probably just not at the length and they're still figuring themselves out before I really style them, but also that they're still at the baby stages and not at their teenage, you know, not the teenage stage yet even. But please tell me what you think. I mean, you guys are seeing my hair. This is my first journey. I'm very new to it, but yeah. And in terms of my locks, I do want to say something that I forgot at the beginning when I was showing you or giving you guys a tour. I'm quite happy that, as you can see, even with my hair being retwisted, that I don't have the scalpy look, which was at the beginning, if you see my first couple of videos, I was really worried about. And speaking of my Instagram page, that last photo, you can see, and I switched my hair over to the right so you can properly more so compare, but you can see that my crown is still very full looking. And in that photo, you can see how sparse it was in that photo, how like scalpy my hair looked. And I'm very happy to see that my hair is filling out, because I also, at the beginning of my video, or beginning of vlogging my journey on YouTube, talked about how my hair strands are, they're not coarse, they're medium, probably medium coarseness, but and also medium thickness, if not very thick, which lends to how much they have expanded and grown, even like the thinner ones compared to, let's say, the thicker ones. I mean, they're still like, or the bigger sections, they're still quite thick and have increased significantly in volume. So for those who have a similar hair type, like, check out my earlier videos and that particular photo to see, to help you kind of decipher like how the size of your parts and sections and stuff like that, just because you can see how much they grow and they expand. But anyways, yeah, so that, I think that covers much of what I wanted to talk about in this video. Yeah, still going strong. We'll come back with my, I believe it's 16-month lock update. I'll have the exact number, correct number. Yeah, 16-month it should be. So I'll come back with my 16-month lock update. And again, I will give you another tour, just a loose quickie. Loving this hair. And right now, in terms of the dryness, right now, My hair on the sides has gotten their pliability a bit back, you know, but the hair in the back is still kind of struggling. And so yeah, I'm going to resort to like spritzing maybe twice a day instead of just once a day on my way out. Also, Angela Elaine is someone who subscribed to my channel and has commented, and I've been, you know, engaging with since practically from the beginning. And she just uploaded a video a couple of days ago called Talk Tuesday. Locks are not the same as loose natural hair. So if there are those of you like me who are wondering about moisture with your locks, definitely check that video out. It answered one of my questions in particular and gave me some ideas as to how I'd like to treat my locks or experiment with treating my locks, and figuring out my own threshold of moisture with my hair now that it's locked. I'll link that in the description box below. And with that, until next time, thanks for tuning in. Bye. Oh, oof, oof, yep, itching directly after I've just finished. This is ridiculous. I'm going to spray like a mad woman. Oof. Oh. Actually, let me get my spray right now. Where is it? Come on, baby. Come to mama. She needs you. Oh, she's right here.